Blog Talk Radio.
You're listening to RVD Radio.
Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Been assassinator! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! A damn shot straight to your brain! Straight to your skull crack! You can stop the straight to your brain! Straight to your skull crack! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! I will fly high! 5-star broad black! You can't stop me! 5-star broad black! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! Drop that down! The whole fucking show! It's all about the yin and the yang! The balance of power that's in! You can't stop the yin and the yang! The balance of power that's in! Drop it down! The whole fucking show! Drop it down! The whole fucking show! I will levitate! Flip kick you in the yell! I will decimate! You can prepare for! Drop it down! The whole fucking show! 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 Drop it down! The whole fucking show!
Boom. All right. Just like they said, happy. They didn't say that. They said Rob Van Dam whole fucking show. I'm all leaning towards the phone and shit because I'm talking on a different phone, but Nikki Starr already told me I sound fine, so I'm going to lean back. Doing RVD Radio from satellite location today because I wanted to get one in, and I got no electricity in my house. So,
Bummer.
yeah, you don't need her, baby.
I know.
SVD's with me. I'm on her turf right now in her studio, photography studio that she is soon to open.
Yes, indeed. Very soon.
Very soon. She's been busting her ass. What city is this?
San Pedro.
In San Pedro.
Sunny San Pedro, California.
So keep an eye out for that. When she's ready to talk about it, she will. We got warned that our electricity was going to get shut down from like 8:30 till 3 o'clock. Yesterday they called and told us, and it sucks because what do you do when your electricity's out? You get used to that, like you depend on it. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't even sleep. I had to get up and make sure I made coffee before they shut the power off because that was on my mind. And then we hang out and watch TV. Nope, not today. You go around in all your dark rooms and hit the light switches because you can't see in there. And we get that a lot where we live, like a lot. I've been talking about getting a generator, but unfortunately I didn't do it yet. But there's a Home Depot, like, right around the corner from Sonia's studio, and I'm hitting that after this. I want to get a generator so when the rest of the neighborhood is sitting in the dark. The Van Dams can be still watching the big screen TV. I got to have that because it really, really disrupts my day. And it happens a lot. I don't know why, because we live on the hill and they got some crazy weak power lines up there or something. I don't know, but whatever it is, they're always working on it. And then that shuts our power off. Then the alarm goes off in our house, and that freaks our dog out, and then she's sketched for hours, like shaking, about having a heart attack, and, all the clocks, all the everything. It's not fun, at least not for me. And that's technology. I mean, we get used to it. I mean, yeah, you could get out of the house, which is why I'm here. I'm like, fuck it. But if you sit around in the candlelight, even if you got a quarter pound of good bud, you're still going to be going crazy just knowing that you don't have what you're used to. You know what I mean? I mean, sure, it would seem really cool to live in a house with 4 rooms if you grew up in a cave. You would think, sweet, there's 4 fucking separated rooms in here? That's awesome. This is paradise. But once you're used to modern luxury and then it's taken from you, just like anything, it's a downgrade. Boo, we don't like downgrades. So I'm going to get the damn generator. I travel a lot. You guys know that. By the way, happy January 18th, 2012. It's going to be an awesome fucking year. Well, until we die at the end of the year. But February is going to be particularly very productive. I have tons of projects that have deadlines in February that I'm excited about. I've been busy, yo. That's why I didn't do the RVD Radio episode last week. But I've been getting sent the numbers, and holy cow, we got a lot of people listening to these shows. So that's cool. That's inspiration. That's motivation for me to keep doing them. TNA's been putting me on the road, TV, pay-per-view. Maybe you saw it, maybe you didn't. Last Sunday, and then I was on the shows in Connecticut, New York, Pennsylvania, back to California, and now I'm going to be in Massachusetts this weekend, and I don't know, I'll get those dates to you, or the shows to you by the end of the show. And then you can all fly up to the fucking Northeast and freeze your balls off. Officer X should be calling in today. We haven't heard from him in a while. He lives in Massachusetts. I sent him a text earlier. Dude, we're out on our balcony. I'm getting some sun with my shirt off. Felt great in the sun. What are you doing? He said hat, coat, 34 degrees, some windshield bullshit. Oh, does not sound appealing. But I got to go up there because I travel a lot for my job. And when I travel a lot, I have a credit card, and it's so convenient with modern technology to be able to, dude, when I get off the plane, I have my routine done. I go grab a car, National Rent-A-Car, because I'm Emerald Isle, Diamond, whatever the fuck member. I just grab a car, whatever car, and then take it and drive off. There's a gate I pass on the way out of the airport, and they check me out, and they have my credit card on file. Boom, done. Because my credit card's on file. That makes it easy. I have the toll pass. You know what I mean? It's a pain in the ass to have to dig through your pocket and grab quarters or dollars and wait in a big line when you're paying a toll, but you get that little toll pass thing, boom. We don't really have that out here. Well, there's one, I guess. I never use it. You can use a toll going to San Diego, but anyway, they're more popular in the East and in Florida, all over the place. I use it every time to go from the airport to the hotel by Universal Studios. Modern technology, I got the Sun Pass, boom. I just drive right through. I don't even have to pull over, don't have to get in a line, don't have to dig for change, and it keeps track of my shit. That's awesome. Guess what? That's also on my credit card. So guess what happens like every couple of weeks? Somebody takes my credit card number and tries to use it. And then they got to shut down my credit card, and they got to send me a new credit card because that one is now closed down. And then National Rent-A-Car and the Florida Sun Pass people and everybody that I have lined up on my automatic payment are all fucked. And I got a bunch of cards, and I got to go through that with all kinds of them because some of them are personal, like monthly payments or whatever. They're on different cards. Thanks to technology, it's easy to take care of shit like that, but then what a pain in the ass. So like right now, I'm in between. I don't have my on-the-road Rob Van Dam business credit card because they closed the account yesterday after I got the fraud warning call that somebody was fucking up in Northern California, some Bed Bath & Beyond. Fuck no, I wasn't shopping at Bed Bath & Beyond. I'm so glad they catch those, by the way. You know, makes me wonder if any of them slipped through the crack. But I use my card all over the place, so I guess they follow the patterns, and when something red flags, boom, they call me. It happens a lot. That's modern technology. Right now I'm in between. So all my other shit's going to get fucked up. I'm going to get these emails like, hey, your payment was denied. I know, and I know it happens every 2 or 3 months. But, dude, what you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, let's talk about that, because I want to do another show. I want to keep the traffic going. Eventually I'll have some shit to plug on RobVanDam.com now that we got the RVD TV episodes kind of there. He's loading up all the content, but you can see that it's there. We got the eBay store, which is loaded, and we're putting new shit there all the time. Anyway, point is, keep the traffic going, even if you're just calling in or even if you're just listening and that's all. You don't even go to the website, whatever. We're here. RVD's here. SVD's in and out. But I got a whole bunch of callers, and I also have Nikki Starr here, so let's say hi to Nikki Starr. Hi, Nikki Starr.
Holla. What are you doing?
Dude, how's your day going?
It's all right. Yeah, it's all right. Good weather.
Cool, man. We've been getting a lot of followers. How does that compare to the other shows on Blog Talk Radio? Because we only do like a show every couple of weeks, but I bet we still get more listeners than most of them losers. Am I right?
Oh yeah, totally.
Losers.
Oh, you rock.
Cool. Now we have a good show. We what's that, Nikki Starr? You faded.
You do great. Yeah, you do great.
Oh, you sounded like you got stabbed and you were dying, and I was hearing your last breath, and I was scared for a second. Huh.
No,
maybe it's...
You got here, like, you need to get Tap Ass on the line. Look, Bruce is here. I'll talk about my stuff later.
Are you sure? Because it was really interesting what you wanted to bring up, but don't forget.
I won't forget.
Okay, cool, because it does totally fit in. But Tap Ass is online. We got... Yeah, David Defalco is online, a bunch of callers, Bruce Jingles, who's their guest. So hold on real quick, I'll get to you guys. Tap Ass, it was his idea, actually, to talk about this. Yesterday I said, dude, I need a topic, and he got all fired up. So let's let him spread his hellfire upon us. What up, Tap Ass?
Hello, how you doing?
Cheers, mate. Good to hear from you.
Good to hear from you, too. Yeah, I mean... I got so many thoughts on this technology stuff. It's crazy. I mean, there's so many pros, but there's a lot of cons too. And when technology goes bad, the effects can be devastating. And I'll be quick. But the classic example, I had a friend that wanted me to test them, so how much information I could find out about them. And I'd only known this person for a little while. I said, okay, then. I said, give me your name and any names you may have been associated by. So, you know, if you were previously married, give me any names, and that's all I need. Right, okay. Got their names. A couple of websites I know, went on, typed their name in, boom, within less than 10 minutes, I had, like, their current address, previous addresses. I had a Google Earth snap of outside their home. I had how much income they have, loads of stuff.
Well, you know, I think as long as they're registered pedophiles, you know, that they should have to put that shit online. Speaking of which, David Defalco. I'm just joking, Tap Ass. Hang in there, though. But that you're a private detective then, man. You know how to fucking get all that information out real quick. I know I was freaked out when someone showed me the satellite image. They can punch in your address and look at your house and shit. I think it's great that we can track down fugitives that are running from the law, that are victimizing and killing innocent people, and I love that. But at the same time, it gets a little bit creepy when you can zoom in, right, from satellite.
I hate to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but if you think 9 times out of 10, the military have had access to this technology before they released it to the general public. So if the public have access to something like Google Earth, then the military must be able to zoom right inside, like, windows and see what's going on inside your home kind of thing.
Oh, shit, yeah. And I mean, and it's something we can't even understand on the surface. Like, I'm still impressed, you know, with super-powered binoculars, you know what I mean? I'm still like a little kid, like, whoa, a telescope, you know, that's amazing.
I'm still waiting for X-ray goggles. still waiting for that one.
Yeah, I'm always, concerned that instead of looking through shirts and looking at boobies, that you're really going to be exposed to skin and bones, or no skin at all, bones and blood and whatever. And a heart if you got one. David Defalco, you don't got a heart, so we wouldn't have to worry.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You're right.
I know, Tap Ass, you got more stuff because you brought up shit yesterday, but I want to let Dave on because he gets cranky when he's on hold.
Go for it.
Yeah. Hey, Dave. Tap Ass was telling me some shit about that he was just starting to get into about like the military, how they have all this advanced technology, which they should, I guess. Outside from like just normal people around the world that invent shit, that are just high-tech geeks that are maybe getting patents and hopefully making money or whatever. Besides that, the most use, I guess, besides advancing culture is probably war, defense, and spying and shit like that. He was talking about little beetles, right? Was it beetles you were talking about? Spy beetles?
That's right. I've read this on several websites now, and apparently they are experimenting on beetles, bugs, and they're trying to attach nano cameras to their backs to fly them into enemy territory to get a better idea of what the enemy is up to.
Yeah, but
David,
Yeah.
I know. I think didn't you one time do an experiment that had something to do with tying a camera to the back of a hamster or something?
Yeah, I sent it. Yeah, exactly. But first of all, how would you even send like beetles like to a certain depth? I don't know how you'd control them to go where you want them to go anyway. So that sounds. I mean, I don't know about that one, but the military, I'm sure, has technology that's released before the public does. But for the most part, that's not going to affect the average person because. Unless for some reason the military is interested in you, then I don't think it's going to really affect the average people too much. As opposed to when everybody's got the technology like it is now, then it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, but let me say hi to Bruce Jingles. Afternoon, Jingles.
Technology, motherfucker.
There's some energy, yo. Bring some energy in. You just reminded me I got sound bites and shit, don't I?
Yeah, you do. What's up,
hey,
everybody?
So Bruce, you heard about Dave in the hamster camera, right?
No, I heard like a hint of that story. I just want to hear that story.
No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. But Dave, we were talking yesterday about this, and you were saying it was a good topic about the technology and the living in a world of advancing technology and the pros and cons of it. For the most part, I look at it as a pro. I mean, like we want to live in the world where everybody can walk into a room and it'll, just like Stephen Hawking ever supposedly walks into a room and it sets the temperature and a shade of light.
Stephen walks into a room.
Well, okay, there you go. Now you know already.
That's already a joke right there, dude. Stephen Hawking's walking into a room.
Stephen Hawking walks into a bar.
Who stole the fucking dope?
And cue soundbite.
Yay. So yeah.
Do you have a Stephen Hawking soundbite, like a speaking spell or some shit?
Dude, I don't even know what I had. We were talking about Obama last time for the whole thing, 15 minutes, and I got a text from Matt Denton or something. And dude, hit your Obama bite. I go, I got an Obama bite? I don't even know. There's a mixture of a bunch of old and new, and who knows, Joe. But anyway, David, when it comes to like the movie business, I mean, obviously, the fact. Hey, does this sound like shit to everyone, or is there just feedback on my phone?
There's a little bit of static, but it's hearable, though.
Yeah, it's all right. I think it's because there's so many people unmuted at once, so I muted Maddie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, Dave, with the movie business, you can automatically date a movie usually just by how the film looks. Like, you turn on a movie and go, oh, looks like an 80s movie. Not just for what the people are wearing.
A lot more than that, but of course. But there's huge advantages with the movie business and with everything else with the technology because back, in the at least when I started and just, shooting, when we weren't shooting digitally and we're shooting them all on film, it was 10 times more difficult than what you can do now, and the way the technology and shooting digitally and instantly being able to see the dailies and the way you edit everything. I mean, it's like, the technology is unbelievable and is definitely to an advantage that way, but I think there's also a lot of drawbacks to the technology being better. I mean, even on film, because even in making movies, because I was always preferred, because of the simplicity of shooting digitally now, all the studios want to switch over to that, which makes sense, but I still think that actual 35 millimeter film still has a better look than digital, even though digital has come a huge, long way and can look pretty amazing. I'm still a fan of, the old film stock, which I think, gives an actual better look. So in that way, you're suffering a little bit of quality because they would prefer the technology because of the obvious benefits economy-wise for them. But whatever, you gotta go with that and switch over to it.
One thing that's always tossed around in the entertainment industry that with, especially like with after Avatar, some actors have always been afraid that they can just be replaced and we don't even need live actors anymore because you get
not really, because that's not really at the point yet where that would be an issue, because the cost of replacing a live actor would be staggering compared to just having a live actor, and it's still, even if they did that, like a lot of times when they recreate through a computer, they do it with a live person. They can create people, obviously, but that takes that takes a lot of resources, and it's still not the same as having the actual person. So I don't think that's going to become an issue anytime soon.
Right. Well, maybe not anytime soon. But with pretty soon.
Of course. Yeah, absolutely.
Like 15 years ago, I wanted to do a radio show. I'd have to be in a studio, with the headset and all the big equipment. And now, like, anybody can do it, on their fucking phone, from their living room or something. That's we might be able to make movies that easily someday.
Well, believe it or not, you can shoot a movie right off your iPhone that's actually broadcast quality. That's how good the technology is just on these phones alone, which is unbelievable. I mean, I don't know if you recall, like when we shot the interior car scenes in the movie we did, and how difficult, setting up cameras and lighting in those cars because of the limited space and the blocking and everything. It makes it like extremely difficult. Well, nowadays you can just take iPhones and just go in the car and with regular lighting and just shoot it, and it would be good enough quality to then transfer it digitally and put it right into the film. And it's being done all the time. So it's just amazing that, when you talk about from that perspective, the huge benefits, that you can gain from it are unbelievable.
You guys ever been to the Mayan?
Boy, am I sticking here on that line.
So what about like the other side? I mean, you said like there's big disadvantages.
There's huge drawbacks to it, especially if you're a young person in society and trying to make it nowadays with all the technology and all the competition and all the bombardment of images in your face that would never ordinarily, be assaulted by so much, of that media and just, everything that comes at you because I think it makes it can make life a lot more harder. And then the other thing is that nowadays, like I think it was Bruce or whoever else was saying that like they can find so much information on you that like if you screw up in any way, you know, nowadays, like you do something wrong, you get let's say you get arrested and it's not even a huge offense. I mean, they have, you know, they can track down stuff like that in a second now, and it can actually ruin you. And God forbid, you know, you fuck up and do something, you know, really bad where your face gets all over the internet or AOL, and then like, you know, you're ruined. So I mean, as far as like there's a lot of pressure because it could totally backfire on you as well, like having all that technology. Whereas in the old days, you could, you know, it wouldn't be known if somebody, they could find out things about people, but it was a lot less, you know, it was a lot easier to get away with stuff
back in the day.
What?
People had to dig in fucking file cabinets. And
exactly. Like you know what I mean? So it's like nowadays, if you fuck up, all they got to do, you know, is punch your name on the internet, and you can see so much. Right, and you don't get a second. It's like, and a lot of times you don't get a second chance because even if you're not in jail, people say, oh, this guy did that, he did this, or, you know, he got sued for this, or, you know, there used to be people. I mean, not to say that, you know, I'm condoning people getting away with things, but, you know, some people mess up or something happens and it may not even be their fault, and all of a sudden their face is all over the internet connected to something, and it can literally ruin you overnight. So,
done deal, pal.
Yeah. So I mean, that's you know.
People get too dependent on technology as well. Like, here's a scary thought. I was talking to someone about this 2012 crap. What if the world didn't end, but the world ended as we know it? What if something happened that took out all the technology? People would freak.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Right, and I mean, obviously, there's movies done about that shit, but just let's get back to a little bit of Defalco, because his words are usually controversial, and they make such damn good radio.
What do you mean controversial?
Oh, so we did a show before talking about how there's cameras everywhere, the pros and cons, and I feel like it's a good thing that, like, boom, a little kid comes up missing, and then we narrow it down to the suspect. It's the fucking nanny or it's the asshole maintenance guy. Well, boom, here we got footage of him at this gas station, and here he is at this ATM, and then we know afterwards here he is checking into this hotel, you know, with a suitcase with an arm sticking out of it. I love that we have technology like that, and if I didn't want, it would be to protect my shady fucking business.
I have a surveillance camera in my home that if anyone broke in, it takes a snapshot of what it captures. It sends it directly to my cell phone, so if I don't recognize the person that's in my house, I can call the cops straight away and send them over there.
That's awesome.
Wow. That's pretty awesome. Yeah. So I like that cameras are everywhere, and I think that people that really don't like it, a lot of them, it's because they are shady. You know, what are they doing that they don't want everyone to know about? Because, like, as we are living and making history, everything that we're doing, you know, pretty much should be documented from my perspective. So if you're talking about, well, I'm sure you do. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, let me give you an example, though. Let's say you're out on the street, okay, and some scumbag comes up and, you know, starts hassling you and spits on your car and everything else, and you get, being the physical guy you are, you know, you get pissed off, and the guy won't go away, so you get out and you punch the guy in the face, and you knock his lights out. Well, guess what? That was just captured on film, and now they make it look like you're the bad guy because you're this big, you know, muscle-bound wrestler, and this guy was a smaller dirtball that, you know, you could have just called the police or walked away or whatever, but you decide to clock him. Now it's all over film. Everybody's got it on, you know, the cameras picked it up. He goes to police. Your ass gets arrested for assault. Well, we got it right here on film, Mr. Van Dam. Oh, he was hassling you? Well, we don't see that. All we see is you punching him out. That's all we see in the film, you know. So now you are screwed because those cameras picked up every little thing you happen to do. So yeah, you
should take a chill. If somebody spits on you, walk away.
Yeah, tell that. What do you mean?
Nikki. Fuck that. Somebody spits on me.
I agree. I had a bum come up to my car about a month ago and literally smack the window. I thought he was going to break it. And I was with someone. I wanted to get out and pound the living crap out of this guy, but he was an older guy, and I knew my friend was like, "Don't do it because you're going to get screwed." And I go, "All right, fuck it. I'm going to call 911 because we had technology." Okay. So I called 911. They told me, "Well, what is he? Did he break anything in the car?" And I go, "Well, no, but he won't get out of my face, and he's going to break something."
Right.
They said, "Well, unless he does something, there's nothing we can do." I go, "Really? Well, if I end up, huh?"
What did you do?
I'm sure there's an app for that.
Nothing. Finally I just nothing. But it was funny because I actually ran into him at a restaurant. Ironically, a week later, I ran into him at a restaurant. He was outside eating with this little dog, and I decided to do something like really different. I was originally thinking of going up and going, "Hey, remember me?" and kind of getting in his face. But he had this cute little dog with him, and I just walked up and I go, "Oh, what a sweet little dog you have!" And he got all friendly and started talking to me, and we had a nice conversation. I don't even think he realized I was the same guy. That we got in this huge altercation like not a week earlier, and I ended up shaking his hand and walking away. So it was kind of cool in that regard because I had time to cool off and just decided, at that point.
And you still didn't give him no money.
No, he wasn't looking for money. He wasn't a bum in that regard. He was just like he was. I thought he seemed a little crazy to me because he was accusing me of cutting him off in the street. Like he was walking his dog and he claimed that I was cut him off or something. I go, "What are you talking about?" And then he started. We started getting in an argument, and then he slammed his hand against my driver's window, and that's when I really wanted to get out and slam my fist against his head, but I didn't do it. But I'm saying there've been some instances, believe me, where people are just dirtballs and they need to be, you need to use some kind of force, but that can be totally turned on you, and especially if they have cameras and they're just showing the action and it doesn't show everything else, and it can totally blow up in your face. So I don't.
Let me ask you this, Dave. If it's your judgment and you're the enforcer that decides when a meatball needs to get a slap in the face, then what about other people that don't work out, but they're bad motherfuckers, they think, because they can pull a trigger? Do you want to live in a world where you're at a stop sign or a red light, a busy fucking intersection even, someone can walk up to you and pull a gun and shoot you through your window and walk away, and there won't be any surveillance of it whatsoever? Is that the world you want to live in?
Well, but even if there is surveillance of it, that can happen anyway, and then I'm dead anyway. It's like if someone's going to do that, I mean, they did it.
Yeah, but at least the person that killed you would be captured.
Well, I feel a lot better. Yeah, but you know what? Honestly,
it'd be better for your family and your friends.
If someone kills me like that, God bless them, and whatever. I mean, it's like they got it, and I'm dead, and I mean, I can't be too pissed off at them because I'm dead.
Oh, good for you! And how was it?
Shut up, you cues in the background there. So basically, what I'm saying is that, that just happened right up from, and speaking of, this is a very ironic show today because the man who's touting about how wonderful technology is has the most prehistoric office where they don't even have internet. You have to reach over a tool, a construction table to turn the lights on. I mean, it's pretty much the most barbaric office I've ever seen. They don't even have a parking lot. I got a $25 ticket parking there the other night. So talking about lack of... Talking about lack of technology. Huh?
Yeah, they don't like people to park without license plates.
How do you explain that the offices of RVD Productions, has about as much technology as the prehistoric age?
Bullshit!
Yeah, because it's a writing office, and I go there purposely to be disconnected from technology. So I go there.
You're disconnected, all right. No, I mean,
like, this is the conversation that we had yesterday too, up in my office. Give me the internet, give me a television, give me a telephone, and then sit me there in front of that. See how much work I get done. I'll get absolutely nothing done. So for me, it's advantageous to actually rent a place to go and get away where I'm cut off from everything. Call it a place of meditation, if you will, where I can go and be alone and actually focus and get some work done. So for me, at that point, except for like the lights being shut out, I don't need the technology. Even if the lights did shut out there, because I'm by the window, I'd probably be okay because my laptop would work with a battery.
I understand the theory of not wanting to be bothered by, but as far as like the technology, like having access to internet and things that like assist you in working. Like when I write a script, I need to have all the technology at my fingertips, so in case something, But I mean, I guess I can understand that to a certain degree. But I mean,
you need technology just for
information.
References.
Yeah, exactly. But at RVD Productions, technology is it's kind of refreshing in a way because it's like going back to the past where there's no technology.
With an abacus.
You're lucky. You should see the bathroom there. That should be another topic of a radio show. I won't even go in there, no matter how badly I have to go. I mean, I'll hold it.
It's a piece of Hollywood history. Charlie Chaplin.
It is downright. I mean, you want to talk about nasty? That bathroom. That should be another topic of a show because I think that would be a very interesting and exciting program. But yeah, aside from that, I think as far as being filmed every minute, and then the other thing is, Rob, what if it was something innocent? For example, what if you happen to, have to meet some girl somewhere for something and all of a sudden SVD got wind of it and interpreted it the wrong way? Oh, this looks like a little more than a business meeting, Rob. How do you explain that? Well, sometimes when you see something on film, it isn't necessarily the true story of what's really going. Maybe you were rehearsing for a part and she had to do something that looked like, something else, and the wife interprets it differently, and next thing you're in a huge battle. Or
the highway maneuver. I was trying to save her life.
Or she happens to check out your iPhone and there's pictures on there that shouldn't be on there that you happen to be searching or whatever, and say, well, what's this? What are you looking at? Oh, you got access to all this, stuff on, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, you know how many people get in battles, couples and stuff because of incidents just like that, and the pressure that are on people even in relationships because
it's not even camera shit that gets you in trouble when you're in a relationship. It's little shit like Facebook.
Totally. Absolutely.
It's little shit like when they have the check-in thing on Facebook where you can check in. Like for instance, I'm in a relationship. My ex came to a show and that I was performing at, and then my girlfriend happened to stumble, quote unquote, on her page.
Yeah,
and saw that she was at the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the pressure on people is enormous because you can't even. Don't what me. Get that crap. I told you can't even you practically can't even, take a dump without knowing if a camera's going to be on you.
Dude, it's on Google fucking 20 minutes.
Well, in the Van Damme house, you can take a dump on a heated toilet seat and then have water wash you afterwards. That's our...
Stop trying to change the subject, Rob.
No, it's not. That's technology. No, listen, Dave, what you're talking about...
Give me a chance. I'm going to break right in, okay?
Okay.
Go ahead, Nikki.
Feel this way, okay? This is not a problem between Demos and I, and this is not a problem between RVD and SVD. This is a relationship problem. This is not an internet problem or a communication
problem. But it's directly related from technology. Ask Bruce Jingles. He just said it comes right from. I mean, I see it all day long. People fighting over different things all related to technology.
Fight over something else.
Yeah.
Fight over something else.
It's actually. Yeah, I mean, that's really not technology. Dave, if you come home with lipstick a man's lipstick around your cock, your boyfriend's going to be upset.
a man's lipstick.
Yeah, right. The only man I know that wears lipstick, Rob, is you. So, number one, and number two. First of all, it's not you, but you can't something like that.
That's so not. You so can't blame that on technology. That's like saying, well, I wouldn't have gone to the whorehouse if I didn't have a car. Damn those cars.
No, because at a certain point it makes it much easier for issues to come up because there's so many things now that can be. Look, let's say nowadays.
You guys are talking about being misunderstood. You guys are talking about being. You guys, I think, are talking about wanting to be in the gray area or shady, and then wanting to get away with it, and then you're upset because you get busted with it. That's I don't really think that's like a downside for society. Is that that we have cheaters getting caught now and shit like that. I don't think we can really list that as a con. I'm interested more in like people are concerned about that the government can like close down your whole identity because it's all your shit, all your credit cards, all your whole life is all digitized now, and how if they want, they can consider you a terrorist and shut you down. I mean, I know a lot of people that are legitimately concerned about that to the point to where they avoid technology at almost all costs.
That's
but the point is, it goes from one extreme to another extreme.
Exactly. That's exactly right. Yeah, it affects you at all angles. Sure, on the bigger end, I mean, which is less likely because unless you're a real screw-up or someone of interest that they're going to do something like that, yeah, there's that. But it also works its way all the way down to, I'll give you another example. I had a friend of mine who worked for years at NBC Universal for Jay Leno. He worked as in production for Jay, and he finally got let go from the show a couple years ago. This poor guy takes care of a sick mother and really ran out of money completely and had so much trouble getting a job. And he told me every time he went online to apply for a job, he said he was up against thousands of people clicking for that same job because it's so easy now, where you don't even just walk in. You just go online and you apply that way, and then they call you in if they like you. But now you're up against thousands that are just doing the same thing.
And the con with that also too is technology background checks. Just because you screwed up in the past, 12 years ago, and you've been straight ever since, that's going to hold you back. Just technology, they can click a button.
Again, it's shady shit. It's shady shit that you want to hide, and I get where from a certain perspective.
No, it's not shady stuff. Who's saying anything about shady? Except
he's saying you got a fucking felony 12 years ago. And
he's saying that could happen, but also I'm telling you, this guy doesn't have any felonies, and he couldn't get a job because whenever he clicked on it, a million other people were clicking too.
I'm just using it as an example. Like myself, I can't get a day job like with technology today.
No way.
Well, let me use Dave's pattern against him. He's saying it puts you up against too many competition. Let's talk about like a dating website, all right? Maybe if you're up against a whole bunch of other guys, like you were saying, like everyone's trying to get the hot girl on the dating website, so that works against you. I don't know, because without the internet and without dating websites, let's say you don't travel. You live in the same fucking town your whole life. There's only 3 hot girls there that all your buddies have already banged. But now you can get on the internet and you can talk to people all around the world. You can look at chicks in New York, and you're going to New York. You can say, hey, guess what, chick in New York, I'm coming there. And it's like you all of a sudden you're communicating with thousands of people. I mean, look how many friends you have following you on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, thousands and thousands of people, sometimes millions. That's all based on technology, and that's all good shit that advances society.
But let me bring one up, Rob, that will affect you directly in a matter of time. And believe me, this is one of the worst ones of all that cause people to hang themselves. Because check this out. Now, once the technology is so phenomenal now that the public sees everything about all these celebrities, and they can write in with their little, blogs and everything else right under the articles, as we see so many times. And the public, for the most part, is ruthless. I mean, do you ever see those things like on AOL where they show, remember them? And they show the person like a lot older, and then all these assholes writing in, look at this guy or girl, these poor girls that age a little or whatever, and they write in all this crap, talking, crap about them and insulting them and saying how old and terrible they look and making fun of them. And you got to see that as a celebrity, because now not only is your face all over the place, on the internet and everywhere else, but people can interact directly with that and tell them exactly what they think about you and tell them all the insults and everything else, and you got to, watch yourself deteriorate in the public eye and have them laugh at you, because that's what the public does, because they're all dicks. I mean, they're all jealous, and once they love to see people fall and deteriorate. And if you don't believe me, just look at what they write about people. Look at what they write on YouTube, on AOL. Sure. Look at what people write for the most part.
Oh, I know. I can see that right now, and I can read Van Damme's a fag, or I read that. No, I mean not just that, but it's same stuff. As people say, whatever. But but listen, that's about being in the public eye. That's about being a celebrity. Yeah, but don't you think the technology makes that? Because in the past they didn't have any of that. Like, you could be a huge star, and people are going to write stuff or whatever, but it's not like you can see it written like right. You know how many people get hurt by that, and even just normal people that they write crap on everybody. Like anybody that's online or has their face or there's a picture, they'll be beautiful. I was looking at this gorgeous model they had online the other day, and some assholes no, she's ugly. Her mouth is too big. This chick was like flawless, and this. Okay, but now first off. Guys can be assholes and will be about anybody. A waitress can come over and hand some guys a beer and walk away, and one of the guys is going to be like, she looks good from behind, or she's going to accept her face. Guys are assholes like that. The fact that they use the exposure of technology, that reaches the people that they wouldn't reach if they weren't fucking using that anyway. In other words, you can be the star of a local play and say you're a big celebrity and only 40 people know you, and you're only going to have maybe 39 of those people talk bad about you. But then if you want to get on the internet and now you want 30 million people to know you, well then guess what? Now you've opened up so that many more people will talk bad about you. That's all. Right. That's all in the. It's all relative. It's all relative to the size. Yeah, thank you, Nikki Starr.
RVD, check this out. It's also called keyboard courage, okay? And it's not, people, they don't care about it anymore, all right? I'm just baffled by the conversation that he brings up sometimes, because people are going to do that shit whether they have technology or not. They're going to.
Of course.
Okay, they're going to do it in your face. They're going to send you a letter. They're going to pay to get your information from a private investigator, okay? The only thing that has happened now is that our information is being sold. Like, you guys aren't even picking up on the fact that our credit card companies data mine. They sell all our information. They know everything about you. If you and SVD started going to counseling, they would probably cut off your credit cards because they know it. And people who get divorced can't pay their credit card bills, okay? Computers are starting to have biological chips. They're starting to learn. Okay, that's some scary shit right there. Yeah. I don't care if somebody says I suck online. I don't care where Demos checks in on Facebook. I care about these bigger issues that, are going to really affect us.
How about when they say there's a camera and the government could be not only listening to our phone conversation but watching us through our own computers?
I don't.
You buy into that?
They are.
I don't think it's here. I think there's too many people. Okay, maybe if your name is Muhammad Ahmed, okay, seriously. But I don't think that they are looking at us. I don't really care. I know that our IP companies, okay, they are looking at where we go online. They're selling that information. All data mining is gathering what is the community doing and where to make your investment, all right? So maybe that's not a bad thing. I don't know.
Right.
There's big pros. I mean, I think life is a lot more stressful, and there's a lot more pressure on people with the technology. I'm not saying, I wish, to be honest with you, I would love to be like I just bought one of the new iPhones, and it's like you feel like you're in the future. I mean, it's so amazing. Like Yeah, I mean, we are, but I mean, I'm saying, like, what's great is, like, I can be anywhere, and before, like, if I wanted to tell someone about some of the movies I've done, you have to tell them, you got to say, well, go on the internet or whatever, or show them the trailer, but now I can just show them right on the phone. He says, here, check this out, and it's, like, almost better quality than seeing it, on a TV screen, because the quality in these phones is so amazing.
Jeez, that just keeps going until I hit it. Sergeant X, you haven't been on RVD Radio in forever. What on, dude?
What's up, my man?
Hey, are you listening to this
conversation? He got promoted.
I'm sorry?
Yes. Bruce Jingles says you got promoted from Officer X to Sergeant X.
Yeah, I'm in the twilight of a mediocre career, Bruce.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much, sir.
Hey, Sargie, are you listening to Defalco?
Am I what?
Have you been listening to the show?
I can't hear you, bud.
All right.
Okay,
well,
just better. I'm off the speaker.
All right. I'm going to Matt and the other guy from IWU Radio. Is that what that is, Matt and the other guy?
Yeah.
If you're
No, the other guy hung up. He had to go eat.
No,
okay.
no.
Oh, is that Denton?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dude, all I called up to talk about was the fact that internet is scary. Like, if Tapas was still on the line, he'll tell you that I made him shit himself by reading him his entire address, from door number to zip code, and I don't even know the guy. I've never met the guy in my life.
Yeah, that's Sergeant X. You obviously use technology. Like you see somebody shady, somehow you're able to go look that guy up and get his address, just like Denton was just talking about. You've told me stories about that. There was a guy at the church that robbed from the collection plate, and somehow you fucking tracked him down and went to his house, right?
Yep, yeah, real quick.
Well, we're talking about the pros and cons of technology. I mean, you're an officer. What about other people having that ability too? Like
it's bad. It's bad. There's way too much information out there, and I buy into a lot of what Dave was saying about these keyboard tough guys and these assholes putting up comments that they wouldn't have the balls to do. That's why we have all this problem with bullying today in schools, because
absolutely
message and Facebook stuff. If you text message or Facebook, if you said to a kid in school, you would have got the shit slapped out of you. That's why they do this stuff. It's nuts. And then plus, no one's anonymous anymore. I mean, you can find any celebrity you want in about 15 seconds on the internet, or any normal person. It sucks.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So if do you draw the line somewhere, or do you just go on the other extreme and wish that that we lived in caves still, and that nobody fucking knew anybody?
No, I wish technology's awesome. I mean, we should do so much stuff. But there's got to be a way to protect people's private information so it can't be so easily disseminated. Yeah. Because people just can't be anonymous anymore. Like, who was that? Nikki saying if you go to counseling, it shows up in your credit cards, or some, who's that?
That's what she said.
Yeah. Well, no, but anything you fucking do, it's bullshit.
Yes,
like,
anything.
Anything. I mean, all of a sudden, if, say you order Thai food 3 times off your internet, you're getting all these hits from Thai restaurants. Or it's bullshit. You can't just be left alone. It's way too intrusive in a lot of situations.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry
you put yourself
out there, though. Rob, how much more mail do you get at your personal house now than you would have got 10 years ago?
I never even look at it. It's so much.
Can't.
It's so.
You have to no-sell it.
Mail. I won't touch it.
You can't. You can't, because then you're validating these fucking cyber creeps that are looking for you.
Right. Yeah. Well, but I mean, but I mean, obviously, I mean, that's the thing is, we're able to I'm able to take a picture of my cock on my phone, and I can send it to you in Massachusetts from California. You can get it instantly. Yeah. And We can start a big scandal. Let's not do that. But
big scandal.
That's amazing, though. I think that's how we're going to learn to teleport someday, is we're going to learn to actually send small amounts of mass, something with a simple makeup, like bread or something real simple at first. It's going to be done through the cell phone picture sending technology. That's what I think. I think that's how we're going to get there.
It's definitely coming.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to happen in our lifetime, but in my lifetime right now, I can live in California but carry a job in Orlando, Florida, coming up to Massachusetts. I couldn't have done that several years ago. There's still people alive right now, like grandma age, that can't believe we have cars. And I mean, they had dirt roads, and to see airplanes flying and shit, it's crazy. I don't know what year cars were invented, actually.
The whole world is like the fucking Jetsons now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like Skyping and shit like that.
Yeah.
And it's going to be even more. It's going to be even more so in the future. And I don't want to give the government control, but I don't mind being able to document the truth, because there's a lot of really bad people out there. We can prevent them from killing people, victimizing in any way, maybe through technology. I really think, if you live a clean, honest life, that you don't mind so much if everybody knows everything that you do. And I know very few people walk around with no guilt whatsoever, but I really do think that's a lot of what this is based on.
To an extent, but look at how bad social skills have deteriorated in the last 15 years. People can't talk to people. They have to text. They can't write a letter. They have to text. They can't. My friend interviews people for a headhunting agency, would place people in jobs, and they can't get kids that are in their 20s not to fucking text message during job interviews.
Yes, and that's another thing with technology. Technology has gotten rid of the verbal conversation.
Right.
You can be in the same room and not verbally talk to each other, but you can talk via text.
Well, it also cuts the attention span too, because they don't. That's the other problem. They're so used to everything moving so quickly, they don't have an attention span to even keep up a verbal conversation.
100%, Dave.
And also, technology has destroyed the English language thanks to text messaging.
Right.
You're gonna have to fucking stand up there and text your actors. This keeps going up.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Okay, but wait, check this out. Most of RVD's people that listen to the show are under 20. They listen for a full hour. They participate in full sentences. You both are curmudgeons. Okay?
Except Bruce Jingles, but he's honest.
No. I am not a curmudgeon. I'm Christian.
But it's only because it's tech generated.
Oh, my God!
No, it's not.
Was that JR?
Sound like Joey Styles.
Sergeant X,
that was
talking.
Now they can watch a movie and listen to a show if it's entertaining and it moves lively enough. And we're not saying people can't do that. It's just nowadays their attention span's much shorter unless it's really stimulating.
Yeah, but then their parents aren't talking to them. All right?
No.
Seriously, there's not a technology issue. My kids,
to an extent it is. Wait. How often you see people doing cardio now without watching a TV or listening to an iPod?
Yeah.
I see it a lot because I'm in the mountains,
but they can't do it. People have become so fucking simple, they can't think. They have to be stimulated all the time.
Right.
You know what? That's actually another topic, because I've realized that to me, music is like pot. It distracts you. It keeps you from being able to focus, and it keeps you happy and in a good mood with that vibration. Same thing pot gets shit for, but keeps you, it keeps you from being completely focused and sober, like clear thinking. If you got music and you got background words, lyrics that memorize, and if you're mouthing the words to the lyrics, you can't be thinking clearly about something. Right. Anyway, what's up with Wikipedia being shut down today, Nikki?
Okay, it's shut down because of an act called SOPA, and basically what it is it's it protects pirating, and what it's going to do is give the government the ability to shut down a website just based on somebody's anonymous tip. Okay, we don't want pirating. Nobody wants pirating, but there's already digital laws for that, and it's just a hot mess. So. Anyways, if you get a chance and you see a SOPA petition, sign it online. And the next time we bring up this subject, we've got to talk about GPS in everything and how the government knows where you're at everywhere. We didn't even touch that. And we didn't talk anymore about biological computers because you guys are in denial, thinking that kids are ruined by this, but it's going to be bigger, I'm telling you. It is a conspiracy.
Holy shit, we might have to start doing 2-hour episodes again, the way we're going back up.
Yeah.
But we only got 30 seconds now, so thanks, Nikki Starr. Thanks, Dave Defalco. Thanks, Sergeant X. Jingles, you got a comedy thing you want to plug coming up?
Yeah, I'm at the Ontario, California, at the Ontario Improv in California, Thursday through Sunday, featuring for Tommy Davidson. Or you can hit me up on Facebook, comedian Bruce Jingles, or go to my website, brucejingles.com.
All right, cool. All right, thanks, guys. And Sonya already left, so I'm going to say bye, baby, for her. And let's do this again soon, and think about doing 2 hours.